Alright, I thought I'd do a quick review of my little mini digger here. I've owned it for just over 2 years now. I haven't put a crazy amount of work on it. I probably have about 40 hours, 50 hours. I don't know. That's one thing. These cheap machines, if you look, the hour meter's at 21. It has been for a long time. I took it out one day and it was actually full of water. So these are junk. I've been meaning to replace it. I just haven't got around to it yet. For the most part though, other than that, it's been pretty good. I did have problems. The throttle control messed up. It actually kind of seized, and I tried to gear it back up and I messed it up. So now I just kind of have it jury rigged with tape, but still works fine. Otherwise, I haven't really had any problems with any leaks or anything like that. I've done quite a few different jobs with it. Right now, you can see I got these big poles. These are clothesline poles that the neighbor was going to tear out because they were in their way, and the girlfriend wanted a clothesline post for the house, so I'm going to be putting one of them poles there and another one down over there. And for that, I'm going to be using, I have a small bucket, a little 8-inch bucket. Be a lot easier for putting all these posts in. But no, all in all, I found it's quite a good machine. I upgraded the light. It's now got an LED, which looks like it's a piece of crap that holds water, so that probably isn't going to last if it even still works. I didn't notice that. But yeah, all in all, I've greased it up, kept it greased, and I actually repainted the bucket and the blade one day just cause. But I've never had any issues with overheating. This machine is ducted properly. A lot of these other machines aren't, and the gas will boil. But this one has ducting that brings cold air and blows it across, as well as the exhaust is a little. It does come out just barely, but enough that it doesn't seem to put too much heat in here. But this does get hot. But all around, it's been a good machine. It can, it's amazed me. I've picked up some really big rocks. If you could scrape it up to the to the blade here, use the bucket and the blade together, and it'll pick up a 700, 800 pound rock maybe, and drag it around barely. But I've done foundation work. There's a crack in my foundation, or fixed there. On the far side of my garage, there's another. I actually dug up my septic over there and redid that. So and that's just what I've done here. I also plan on digging some drainage here and doing some other jobs, but I managed to do some road work for some people. I've dug a bunch of holes for different people. It's been all around a good machine. Again, I haven't put a super amount of hours on it, but it's still, everything's tight, and I haven't really broke anything yet. Unfortunately, I picked up a manual thumb, but unfortunately it doesn't have the top bracket, and even if it did, it doesn't work with the quick extension, so I'd have to take that off, but I don't really want to. So I'm not going to have a thumb for now. But I make do with straps if I need to do stuff. I also took the roof off. The roof was really noisy. It was all steel, and every time you dug, it bang, smash, bang, smash. And of course, the other thing that these things are notorious for, yes, it's jerky. It's mostly on the boom out. When you boom out, it tends to want to rock forward. That's for a couple different reasons. I noticed one, the piston or the ram on the blade doesn't hold the best, so you can push that back in if you pull too hard with your bucket. As well, the way these are designed, they rock back and forth on these two rollers like this. It would be better if these rollers were actually spaced out a little more. I don't know how much more they could go, but I have thought about taking the track off and just seeing if I can't put the rollers out a little further, and just see how much better that would make it. Because I do find I actually thought it was the whole, like the top of the machine rocking when I first got it, but once I had a good look at it, it's all to do with that and just the way the weight of the machine is. But like I said, all in all, it's been a pretty good machine. I spent a lot more money than a lot of people do on these, but it was because it was 2 years ago and they weren't so common then. But like I said, this one's a better machine. It has a hydraulic cooler, it has proper ventilation, it has tracks that you grease out instead of nut and bolt tracks. It came with the proper grease fittings, it came with good oil, it came with good hydraulic oil, all that stuff. Almost all the problems that you hear from most people on these things I don't really have, which is nice. All the bolts, nuts and bolts were pretty much tight. There was a couple little ones that were loose or missing, but nothing major. The seat quality is not good, really. The seat sucks. It's adjustable, but if you force it, it'll just jump past your adjustments. So I do hope to replace that at some point. I was thinking maybe, I don't know what kind of seat, maybe off a mobility scooter or something. That way it would be comfortable. But yeah, all in all, great machine. Can't really complain about it. Anyways, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. And until next time, have a good one.